Yes, welcome viewers. This is Wadidja. So what did you do? What did you think? What did you enjoy? What's up now? Good to see you in chat. What's up? Holy, holy. Yeah, here we are with some more Knights of Naberus. Probably pronouncing that incorrectly, my bad. But yeah, the Halloween event for Warframe. And, going to have maybe a slightly shorter than normal broadcast, but sweet and enjoyable. Go ahead and run a bounty. Gets a good chunk of points to go ahead and turn into mother. Well, actually, it's the daughter. My bad for the Naberus points, but they're mother tokens that you're actually using to get some of the Halloween goodies that we have available for us. And as last time, I'm rocking Necros, the Halloween helmet there or headpiece. And but yeah, it's like we've got about another 21 days here with the event, which is good. And let me go ahead and pull up the broadcast. It looks like everything's going well, seeing that I saw Nile in chat, which is good. Lets me know that everything's up and going. Yeah, we got volume. I tell you, try to work through those little kinks. Make sure you're broadcasting on both ends and mics on. But yeah, let me go ahead and pull up the YouTube studio. But yeah, so yeah, Knights of Naberus, something like that. But yeah, let's show you the what I'm rocking here on the Necros. Like I said, the little mask, we have the Dullahan pumpkin head there, this skin here, working with these attachments here, get the look going, and these colors, and rocking, what is this here, this Cyandana here on the back, if you can make it out with all the other detail. And I'm doing this this Signa here headpiece. Yeah, so like I said, I like the way this came together, give a little Halloween theme with the outfit, but with the void glow going on, a little red up in there, add a little nefarious look, working with these weapons here, nothing major. I wouldn't exactly quote these builds for something special, but they do the trick. And
HMMM, you farming anything?
Well, not really. Just going run one of the big bounties on Deimos to go ahead and get some mother tokens, so that we can trade those into the daughter to get a couple of more of the goodies. Just putting a couple farm on this build too, on this Hate Incarnate along the way of things, and rocking this little Halloween themed outfit on the Drifter. I mean, excuse me, not Drifter, but the operator, rather. And this is what I'm doing on the transference suit, the emissary look, with the infested kind of theme going on with that. I'd say the most complicated aspect.
There.
Hey Rose, good to see you. Is the facial accessories that I'm rocking here to try to accent the skin. I think this came together well. Good to see you in chat. Good to see you in chat. I know you're anxious.
There, Roth eyes.
I know, for that Roth proto frame coming through, and that demon Warframe. Well, the devil frame coming through. Uriel. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. Dealing with this spore ephemerer on this too. So yeah, like if anybody wants to jump in with me, just like I said, just going to do a little quick run to the Deimos and get what we can get, and rock out. And like I said, life.
I swear, if the last name of the damn Orokin is DFE.
a lisp on your last name, huh? Yeah, it is an interesting coincidence. Roth.
Oh boy,
yeah, if one had a lisp.
What she's been up to because of the Orokin frame eyes.
Right. It's looking forward to it. Let me put out my extractors real quick. Yeah, I mean, you always want to pump out keep the extractors going on the planets to get the resources. It's pretty invaluable, I must say. It adds up. It really, really does. It's good to be able to get the prime versions of the extractors.
What I've been up to is theorizing how to introduce him to my story, so shut.
Yeah, take your time with that. You know what I'm saying? Take your time with that. I mean, I'd say, go through the chats. I mean, I'm not it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to implement the 3 new Warframes. Some people theorize that it may be part of some aspect of, the old piece. At the same time,
Right, guys, Rose.
If they expand the dating thing to the past, which would be kind of awkward, I think, with the 3 new proto-frames, I guess theoretically that would work. I mean, I would think that you'd probably only be able to correspond with them by memory tripping back in time, sort of reliving and I guess and reliving what you theoretically did in the past to date them. I just think that that's awkward. And if I remember correctly, I thought that they said they were going to bring the 3 proto frames out before the old piece. But things get adjusted on their timeline as far as what they're going to do. But my thinking is that it's part of 1999, which makes the most sense. Now, grant you, Roth is a Oracle, but Albert and Trotty got back in time. He got all that equipment back in time. He got.
Here's what I think happens. We are introduced to the Orokin through our memory, through Operator, and he was banished back into time, 'cause he.
Who was banished back into time? Oh, I see what you're saying. Nah, I don't see how that would happen, but I guess theoretically it could.
Asterisk taps on shoulder asterisk. You ain't
Right,
just
yeah.
for
What?
the
Remember
Orokin
me?
guys.
Remember me? Now we can neither. Devil frame and all, right? I mean, theoretically, yeah, but that seems a bit awkward. I mean, yeah, because from what I understand, Albert and Trotty did the whole time thing because of the Void instance and all that other stuff, which happened far later in time than, well, perhaps. We don't really know exactly when in time Albrecht decided to start going through time and space to thwart the
not full-on introduced,
indifference.
Could be mentioned in the event, like someone said something like, you hear what they did to the heretic.
Yeah, potentially. But I mean, yeah, potentially. Yeah. It's like I said, it's going to be a trip.
So cool. I want one eyes.
Yeah. What I hooked up the Kubro there. Yeah, I'll show you what I did there.
Only time can tell.
Yeah, that's right, Rose. But like I said, it seems like it would be a little bit more simpler if somewhere along the way he brought him back into time with him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. It's awkward all the way around how they're gonna write this in. I mean, it just really is. I mean, it really is. Like I said, to me, because you look at the lore also too when it concerns see, I'm working with this Rostam Kubro armor, okay, with the helmet charger meta skin is what the way I hooked this up.
All I know is that Entrati is the reason he is in 1999. So.
Well, yeah.
What the deal is.
Yeah, to me, like the background imagery, even the clothing of everybody except for Roth, mind you, but Haro as well as Wisp look like they could have come from the period of 1999. Okay, and they talking to Roth, they're talking about Roth is in a way like they know what's up with him. You know what I'm saying? And it just seems kind of like Roth came back in the time with Albrecht, or he brought him back in the time in some manner, shape, or form.
Roth gets deleted, killed, the first second he's introduced in the quest eyes. We already got a devil, Wally. Harrow has the Sol and Balwa emblems on his arms, so they are 1,999 100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Yeah, exactly. But, you know, the pro frames, Warframes, they're fairly immortal for the most part, especially how you can rebuild them and stuff. So I doubt that that's going to happen, but that would be kind of funny. And they took Roth out like that. That's terrible. Like the token black guy in some of them black exploitation films back in the day. Like, you see one of them horror films or something like that, there's a black guy, like, you know, he going to die first or something stupid. But no, it was wrong with what they used to do back then. But anyway, but no, I'm thinking that...
Loudly crying face, loudly crying face.
Oh! Like I said, I'm thinking that Roth is going to be transparent. He's going to be going... He went back in time with Albrecht as part of his experimentation. Somewhere along the way, some aspect of Roth, you know, was useful to Albrecht to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so he's back in time. But you know, as what we understand, spoiler alert. Y'all can mute for a second. I'll give you a thumbs up when I'm done.
An indifference controlled frame. I mean, Wally can control the vessels in the labs.
Yeah, but we haven't seen Wally interact with the frame yet. But it could be something like that. Could be, maybe, if then. I mean, yeah, I mean, they haven't really expressed the limitations about Wally, but it seems like people need to involve themselves with him in some manner, shape, or form. It'll be tempted into the way of the void.
I made IT.
Hey, Gemma, good to see you in chat. What's happening? Yeah, I'm going to run a little bit of this here on the...
Hi, Gemma.
This here, see what I can get going. Oh, hold on, let me create like a little
Gemma starstruck
chat thing to keep my vocals off of the...
Hi guys. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
Yeah, glad you made it. Yeah, we sitting here theorizing how they're going to introduce Roth to the to Warframe. You know, and but yeah, like I said, it's like he would probably play a pivotal role, something to what Albrecht wants to do in 1999, and the way he's seeding the future in the past, as well as trying to thwart various different aspects of the events in the future, you know, in certain ways. Like, for example, one of the main ways is that, like I said, some of these spoiler alerts, like I said, I give a thumbs up when I'm done. But yeah, some of the things are like, like, for example, the Helmuth, and the fact that depending on your potential involvement with the chats involved in the Helmuth, you could either basically kind of create a peace or befriend the Helmuth, you know what I'm saying? And that, I believe, is going to play a part in the future too, potentially, as far as, you know, how the... What the heck? How the Helmuth decides to want to be cool with you in the future and may be an ally to the Drifter, because my theory is that the Drifter is sort of the chosen champion for Albrecht, and the Operator is the chosen champion for the Void. And, you know, the Void seems to only want to mess with somebody that has a state of mind that's acceptable to it in one shape or form or another. What happened to everybody? Okay. You see, I can do this on my own. Okay. Well, that's not a good sign.
I can join in the missions in a bit, finishing up dinner.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm only going to barely be on for like one mission, I think. These bounties take a while, so it's like 5 stages to this shit. So it's going to be a second. Between time. What the fuck is killing me?
Secretly Rove in disguise, just controlling decomposed corpse. ... The corpse looks normal as long as Wally is possessing it.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, to me that invites too much other, like, who knows what the fuck. I mean, for some odd reason, it just doesn't seem like Wally's going to be messing with the frames. I mean, like, if he was going to, he would have. Why is my health so low on him? Oh, okay. Oh, this is what I was doing.
If you wait 1 minute, I can join.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was just looking at what the heck I was doing on my build because I was like noticing my health was super low, and I'm like, what the heck was I doing? Okay. Okay, I had something extra special going on here with this. Let me see.
I wish I could join.
Yeah, it'd be cool to have you in on it too. 45. I have. But yeah, so what were we trying to say?
I'm sacrificing my mother tokens to actually finally rank up on Deimos.
Good. Good. Ever leveled that? Good. My health is that low?
Ready for action.
What do I have going on for it to be that low?
Rose finally ranking up on Deimos. Impossible.
That's funny. Let me adjust this build real quick before I get back to what I was trying to say.
I hate that place, lol.
Right. Huh. Yeah. Can't do that. Interesting. Okay.
Wadidja, we actually found Wally in Duviri flushed face. Well, technically Rose found him.
What was he doing in Duviri? What was he doing in Duviri?
Operator, the system needs
Curious
you.
minds want to
Will
know.
you begin another mission?
Oh, I love Deimos.
Yeah, what was he doing in Duviri, or what aspect of him did you see in Duviri? I'm curious.
Wally is in Duviri. He is everywhere.
Well, yeah. I mean, Duviri's part of the void. I mean, I would think that he would be everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
There's this one person you find standing on a random place on Duervery. The rest I ain't gonna spoil for ya flushed face. He was just there, as a Duvery civilian. Approach him and he just laughs. Look away and look back. Asterisk gone asterisk.
Wow, okay.
Caracas won't mind I come in.
Yeah, please do there, Quentin. Yeah, come on through, come on through. Like I said, just mess, just gonna run one big bounty. Still path. I mean, they're level 100 enemies. It's not too much of a big deal. Get about 100 or so mother tokens so we can grab some goodies. And wait a minute. Okay, that's a little better. But yeah, my line of thought, like I said, was that we've got Roth being, I mean, it just makes sense for him, Harrow,
waving hand, medium light skin tone,
and Wisp Proto to be in the past, and that similar to what was developed in our Kim chats of which path you could follow, various different events are going to affect the future. You've got, the Helmet potentially being an ally to the Drifter in the future. You've got, what's the girl's name? Kaya, figuring out how to get to the future with her portals. You've got Flare realizing
face is gnarly grimacing face.
Right, it is. You got Flare realizing that yes, we will mutate into the full-blown Wrarframe, or at least that's a potential possibility.
Mass Effect play pause.
That's a potential possibility for them, or rather, there's a potential possibility that another version of them will not mutate. Again, DE might decide to allow us to roleplay that element one way or the other, but it's very evident that, they are going to mutate into their future, to the Warframes we know of today. I mean, because Flare's like, look, I mean, Temple, that's me. He's got Izzy. That's got to be me. Like, I'm okay with the fact that I'm going to, depending on your path, of course, with the Kim chats, he's like, I'm going to be okay with turning into that. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit your ride on this comet, wait till, that the big Orican massacre and come down and help him out. So I'm thinking that Roth and Wisp and Harrow are seated in the past for the future. Harrow being this frame to be there for
Flare is a real one for that.
Right. Roth is right, yeah. Roth is going to be there for I'm not Roth, but
with the list.
The Harrow Proto Frame is going to be evolve into the Warframe for what's his name? Change of Harrow. What's the child of the Zeraman that was locked was in him? Oh gosh. The one who was in that part of that comic and stuff. Why am I forgetting his name? Rel, thank you, Rel, right. And but it is interesting how they talk about Wisp, because Wisp lore is interesting in a way that what's his name? Ballast talks about
the Devil Warframe was in the trailer for Chains of Harrow.
Right, yeah, well, in the background, like, but yeah, so like in the lore about Wisp, it's not here. He what's his name? Ballast talks about Wisp as though he creates her, or has something to do with creating her. But then again, the way the Orican are, they write the story the way they want it to be told, and so I just think it's just Ballast just taking credit for some shit he ain't had nothing to do with. or had.
Get to see the event S of Chains of Harrow flushed face, how Ryle gets his Warframe, Harrow, or how Proto-Harrow turns fully into Harrow, H.
Right, that will be something for a future
I heard
thing.
she came from another dimension.
A Germenson? What's a Germenson? It's not a Germenson. Let me see. Let me see if anybody's in here yet. All right, there's Rose. Dimension. Not really.
Are all Proto-Frames in 1999?
Well,
Yes,
at the moment, all Proto-Frames are part of 1999 at the moment, but in theory, the Proto-Frame, I mean, every human or anything that was ever turned into a Warframe could have had an in-between stage which could be considered a Proto-Frame. It's really only limited to DE's imagination as to whether they'll give us a Proto-Frame for everybody, including something like Zaku, okay, who's like a combination of different Warframes, but there could have been a stage in its manifestation where it was a Proto-Frame the same way the humans that became the Warframes were a Proto-Frame. You know, there's never been any kind of, you know, direction as to how long.
I swear there's gonna be one person from the Hex that's gonna pull on Roth's tail. Most probably a Miraz.
Yeah, somebody probably gonna touch it and get fucked up with it. You know, my thinking is that, let me see, let me pull up this thing about Wisp.
Zika would have 3 faces.
Potentially. I mean, you just never know where they're going to go with, where they could go with that. Like I said, it's only limited to their imagination. Same thing with Eleanor's little, I feel like it's a hint about the Proto-Frames having a baby with a child with the Drifter. It's only limited to the imagination. I mean, with technology and everything like that, I mean, especially what we understand even in today's science for us.
Because I was wondering if the new Orokin Devil Proto could be worked into 1999.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about just before you came through, is the fact that most likely Albert probably brought Roth back in time with him in some kind of capacity. Probably for the point that he was probably branded as some type of heretic against Zata, which is truth, but it's whose truth? You know what I'm saying? That you got a question about that. You know, and whose truth could have a lot to do with the lie that they've been telling.
1999. My operator is not ready to deal with another Orokin.
Yeah, of course. I'm quite sure that he's going to be in 1999. And they said that he's dateable, so the operator going back in memory, not physically back in time,
like the stream.
Only in memory to the events of the old piece. Are you you're not in game there, Quentin? You getting in game, bro? You said you want to jump in with us, right? But yeah, the operator going back in time to the old piece is not technically back in time. He's going back in memory. The operator's going back in memory and reliving somewhat what I understand to be a corrupted memory in an aspect of the operator's first dream. The children of the Zeraman's first dream, because they crazy coming from the Zeraman. Oh, okay.
That deceiving fuck.
It's not Entrati being deceiving, bro. It's the Orokin being deceiving. It's you know, individuals like Ball Ass and the rest of the you know, the executors, you know, the seven. It's no worries, Quentin. It's cool. And you know, it's just that. Are you ready to go over to wait a minute. No, we're not going to Sanctum, my bad. Here we go. It's just the aspect of the Orokin talking all the smack that they do. I mean, you know, it's the so-called truth that they wield. You know, as far as, you know, the old saying goes, conqueror writes the history. Right. You know, and in my opinion, in the lore that they give about Wisp is part of that, you know, false truth that they like to go ahead and talk about. You know what I'm saying? you know, in that Roth probably was like, look here.
To turn his back on his own kind.
Yeah, but that's not unheard of. Okay, that's not unheard of, and we don't know what his.
Carl looks cool and so really nice loot.
My father was
Halloween borrow.
In the end.
Is he at? He's not at the relay stations right now.
And their frailties.
I mean, he looks good in the picture, but we haven't seen him actually yet in game.
You are here to
but he does look cool. But yeah, why Roth decided to go ahead and turn against the Arkan, we really don't know. You know, the Orkan. Right. We really don't know. You know, but the thing is that Heretic of Truth, like I said, it's whose truth that you're talking about.
A stranded Corpus agent
and
has run into difficulties amid the gray strain.
But yeah, they say Wisp floats between, you know, the material and the ethereal world. She accesses multiple dimensions. Accessing multiple dimensions and coming from a multiple dimension are two different things.
I'm lost, cornered by infested, and my locator is, well, it's been eaten. I'm in the direst need of assistance. Help?
See, Lotus makes a comment about her, but just a comment about her from Ball Ass. And I'm trying to find it real quick. Here it is. In languid dreams, a vision came of new heaven, new earth. I breathed life into its custodian.
Alice talks about her in her Prime trailer.
Right. A subtle sprite to seed life, yet as I reached for my savage warden, she slipped from me. So now I cast her in flesh, yours. Let her be real, incandescent, this fugitive form, this wisp. So yeah, Ball Ass put some words to her, but it's like, I don't think he had nothing to do with creating her, although it kind of makes it sound like he could have. So yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what comes of it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, he didn't. He didn't create her. You know. Hit the wrong button.
All hostiles down. Move on and destroy the next hive.
So, like I said,
I have detected a hive nearby. Shoot.
I think it has a.
It.
Why is it over here? Oh,
infested activity spiking. They will be upon you soon.
So yeah, and then like I said, because all three are dateable, I can't see why they're not going to be in 1999. But again, what was seeded in the past becomes the future, becomes an aspect of the future. You know, D might decide to go with potential possibilities because
area cleared. We should locate another.
Albrecht went into the past to see the future. There could be other versions of what we understand them all to be. But I'll be honest with you, because DE did not give us alternate animations for the...
on his mind.
Right on, Quentin. Because the DE didn't give us alternate animations for the proto frames, as far as I understand things to be, the animations that we receive for the Warframes are their personalities. So the agile and the noble animation we have for Excalibur, for example, is author James Nightingale. Okay, that's his personality. And so for example, like with Umbra's had a modification of the Excalibur Technocyte virus, which also to allow its host, the human they turned into the Warframe, to maintain its own personality. Ballas wanted to do that on purpose to torture him for his transgressions against his plans, okay? But every other human that would be turned into a Warframe using the batch type of a particular Warframe, unless they tweak the formula, they're going to wind up having the personality of the individual that was originally infested, as far as I know.
It's gone all quiet.
And so
We won!
it's going to be real interesting to see.
Imagine the Hex meeting in Orokin, other than in Trati, an actual blue one.
I think you're close.
Right, they're going to trip balls,
Is
yeah.
basically a second gen Orokin Excal. Excal Prime was the first gen.
No. Arthur was the first gen. Arthur was the first Excalibur. And they tweaked, in my opinion, they tweaked the formula to sort of trick out the outward appearance and look of the batch type of the Warframe. Okay, so that they can just pimp them out, basically, and make them look good with them. That's, you know, but that's also too why you see nothing but prime Warframes on the decimated Tau, you know, because Ballas, you know, was setting up camp with the you know, Sentients to do his thing on the side, as well as present this supposed peace and with the Orokin, and of course, because of the rebel factions that later on go on to be the Queens, first break up the peace of things.
Counterparts.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean, Excalibur Prime, any of the primes they're just the tricked out version of the regular Warframe that the Orokin kind of tweaked the formula on. But the thing is that because we don't have different idle animations, the personality was also too part of, or at least a basic element of the personality is part of the batch type, part of the DNA coding as well. There's some hey, what's up, Wolfie? You Faye in the house. Show space all day, baby. But yeah, so because of the there are theories that claim that personality can be linked to one's DNA, and when it comes to the infestation and the way of itself having, say, of a hive mind type thing, and then it's
I almost say hi Wu-Tang Skull.
Fused with the human being in the way that they become a Warframe, I could theorize that, you know, I could work with the theory on the fact that the personality is maintained within the batch type or the DNA coding that winds up infecting any human if they infect a human with it. So, you know, it's just my theory. But the thing is that there's a lot to support said theory in what they give us. For example, the skin for Excalibur, the what the fuck is it called again? Damn, what's the name of that skin? I'm drawing a blank. It's real fancy, but it comes with its own animation. But bottom line is the animation that it comes with lets you know that that skin, whatever human that became that version of Excalibur, they allowed him to maintain his personality.
Need a new good skin for Excal for real.
Well, personally, I think what's going to happen is if DE does it right, they'll give us a proto frame for Umbra. Okay, that would be dope. That would be mad dope. That would be mad dope. You know what I'm saying? But to me, I think it's a cash cow for them to go ahead and provide us with proto frames for everybody, as well as open it up to Tenogen creations.
Here's your chance. Kill the target.
What?
A flawless victory. Well, effective.
I'm on my ass.
The target is
Thank you, Rose.
You exterminated both the alpha
Did
specimen
they get you too?
and its mother.
Protoframe Tenogen.
Oh, I was gonna get you back up.
Is the next step, by any chance, saving me?
Thank you. Damn, everybody dropping like flies.
Imagine if the protoframe for Umbra is called Eutherize. It what got me.
Uther? Yeah, that would be interesting. That would be mad cool because we never did find out the individual's real name. That would be badass to bring in the you know what I'm saying, the Arthurian legend yet again with Uther's name, which was Arthur's daddy. That was Arthur's daddy's name.
Uther Pendragon Eyes.
Yeah, baby, that's what's up. That's right, the Order of the Dragon, Uther. So we'll see. But yeah, I mean, you know, it would be interesting if he was some kind of descendant of Arthur and Eleanor. You know what I'm saying? A relative perhaps in some way, shape, form shares some aspect of DNA trait with them. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, his outward form is a lot like theirs. But again, like, I don't think that's necessary because, like I said, if they're using the batch type from any Warframe, it's going to override whatever human they put it in unless they tweak the formula. So, yeah. But again, they haven't like canonized any of this as far as what they'll actually wind up doing, and how they're going to wind up doing it. I'm not using any abilities and stuff. I'm talking. So like I said, it's to me it's fascinating what DE has created. I mean, just about especially with this eternalism theory woven in the game, the answer is always yes.
If they ever did. Thinking face cause the first Umbra, Valis made a Dax soldier /
Right. But it's still nothing taken away from the fact that he could. They could create could give a proto-frame version of him. Because however long that they could have been a proto-frame, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
Is more powerful than Umbra?
No. I mean, the Prime and Umbra are on equal footing as far as, like, power, strength, and you know, everything else is concerned. You know what I'm saying? And actually power capacity. Now, the only difference, as far as I know, is that because Excalibur Prime is a Prime, he can draw energy from the Orokin spheres in the Void, but because as far as I can recall, like, Umbra doesn't draw energy from the spheres in the Void the way Excalibur Prime can. You know? I mean, perhaps in that singular aspect, he's more powerful per se, but I don't think that's really a thing of power. It's just this thing of being able to access power only if you're around an Orokin sphere in the Void. So yeah, it's really cool to me. And I mean, like I said, I think it's a really cool subtlety that they provided us with the aspects of the animation when it comes to the Warframes. And like I said, the primes are just a little tweak to the formula to make them look all pretty. And 9 out of 10. Now, bear in mind, they're a completely different person that has been given the batch type of whatever prime they become. And most likely, they probably chose various different individuals that were like loyal and mad dedicated, you know, downright dedicated to, you know, to the Orokin and everything that they got going on. You know, that's just my thought. But, you know, who knows if they flip the script on it and give us something different, because they could wind up just giving us different animations for different, different skins at some other point in time. But in my opinion, even you can role play even the skins in the game with this element of the personalities being that of the batch type. Even if you have a skin that looks different, it still could be role played as some other human was given the batch type of Excalibur, for example, or Nova, or whomever, and that's how they came out looking because of whatever little tweak that the Orokin gave to the batch type. Just kind of distinguish this particular Warframe from the others for whatever purpose. At least that's how I feel like I can role play it, and it still be like in line with whatever canon is going on with the game. So yeah, so like I said, I can't see why they wouldn't make it a part of 99 with the three new proto frames. And like I said, they go on to the future to become the Warframes that they are. And Ball Ass winds up trying to take some kind of credit for Wisp, like Punk. And we get to see what's up with Roth and what truth of the Orokin, the truth, some particular truth of the Orokin he went against, which don't mean that it's the truth. It just means some shit that they want to think is the truth. And I mean, a lot of people get confused about Entrati when he talks about the truth, because even in those recordings when I was doing some of my previous broadcasts talking about Zata, because I kept confusing Zaku's whisper. Zata's whisper was as Zaku's. I kept confusing Zata's whisper with Zaku's whisper. I kept giving it Zaku's name because it is part of Zaku's kit. Anyway, the point is that when Albert goes into what's up with the truth and all that, it has everything to do with the Orokin's truth for immortality, their truth and their quest for immortality, and that the immortality dies out with the sun. Okay, it's and that's the whole point of everything he was doing involving the void. Finding the void and finding their way through other star systems to avoid their death with the death of our sun and our solar system whenever that would ever take place. And I personally think he's questing for immortality for himself too, without having to do the whole continuity thing, because his morality about all that changed after coming out of the void and stuff. So that's the basic truth of why everything has transpired the way it has. The way, in my opinion, even from 1999, they talk about these 7 corporations. I believe the corporate heads, or if not all of them, maybe some of them had descendants that all go on to be the executors of the Orokin. They already introduced the point of cloning to us in 1999. And also too, in the future, we have the elements of digitizing a person's consciousness. And I mean, DE likes to take a lot of science fiction, real physics, and all kinds of stuff to do what they do. So, like, there's been, I think it was like Honest Wicker, the nigga had a movie, oh man, I forgot the name of it, but basically these bad dudes were cloning themselves, and uploading their memories to the clones so they could just, the bad guys were expendable. They could just die or whatever and still, upload the last few seconds of their life, their whole memories and shit into the clone body and keep on pushing on like nothing ever happened. What was it called? What was that movie called? Silencer or what was it called? Eraser. I think that was the name of the movie. Yeah. And so like the Orokin could potentially, you know, the executors could have cloned themselves.
60th day.
The 6th day. Now it wasn't 6th day. This was called Eraser, if I'm not mistaken. The 6th day was a good movie too. But bottom line is the executors, these corporate heads from 1999 that were all about taking over the world, could have, you know, made a nice little pact with themselves, made whatever deals going on, and you know, cloned themselves initially, right, as other technology was developed to prolong life, as their science and quote unquote magic, and magic's only something that is science you don't understand from a lot of people's standpoint. Either way, they you know, then work their way through the technology and develop continuity, you know, to extend themselves even further past the genetic elements of extending life. You know what I'm saying? And they're year in the future now, with the executors being of this of the corporate heads. I don't think all of them may have did that, because I don't think Ballas was a corporate head in the past. He could have been. Ballas could have been way back in 1999. Maybe. I mean, there's nothing saying that he isn't. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they really give to us. So yeah, spoilers are done.
Don't jinx it.
Right. No. See, like, I know you hate ball ass. I know you do. But I mean, the thing is, you're not interacting with his punk ass. And I mean, even though Ballas is what he is, he's a straight up punk. Like, in an unfortunate, tragic story of a punk too. I mean, because he fell in love with Margulis, and you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he lost his shit over that, and then they killed her. You know, he had to stand by and let that happen, or risk having his own ass strung up. And you know, he tried to make a deal with the sentience, and you know, he just kept extending his thumb ass out, and last thing we see him, you know what I'm saying, he got a chain around his neck, they leading him around like a dog, and he lost all his genitals. You know what I'm saying? Like yo, Ballas, like, yo, he got the shaft, bro, for all his ignorant shit. And then on top of that, he ain't dead. I don't think he dead. He might be, might not, but bottom line is, the worst kind of punishment is to live on through all that shit. You know what I'm saying? The love of your life gone. You done lost your genitals. Like, you know what I'm saying? You the bitch of some of your own creation, or part of his hand in the creation of the sentience, and the fact that he was an Orokin. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, there's enough going on with Ballas. Like, I know you might not like him. He ain't my favorite either, but it's like, bro, your shit's jacked up. In the Akamo? Are you referencing?
Ballas lost his balls.
right. He lost his balls and his ass. Ballas lost his balls and his ass. There's just a split crack all the way up to his sternum of what used to be. Oh, that poor bastard. Anyway, so yeah. Were you mentioning some of the Pacific Islander history there with that there, Quentin? Or aspects of the what do you call it? The biotics. Not biotics. My bad. I'm sending. Bro.
Yes, Bionicle.
Bionicle, thank you. My bad. I know that was probably a sin of me to have a brain fart on the name Bionicle.
There is the ORO in 1999.
The ORO? ORO. What that acronym stand for? ORO. There was an acronym ORO in 1999? Which what did that entail? Because that sounds like a predecessor for why they may have called themselves the Orokin. But to me, the Orokin sounds like a play off the word origin. which they wind up renaming the solar system the Origin
You
System.
literally did eyes.
Done and done. Every sample uploaded. Science and friend.
Think what it stands for, but that's who Amir used to work with before they stuck the Skuldra on him, which lead to him meeting Entrati. Rose, you remind me of David Martinez.
Interesting. Interesting. That sounds it may have something to do with the name Orkin. It really might. Which way I gotta go? Oh, there we go. And you can take it on back to the crib. So, like I said, it's...
Because you hate the Orokin a lot.
Yeah, I like this look on this Necros. Got the, what's her name?
Like the Corpo rats.
The jade skin on this, hate scythe. The corpus rats. Yeah, man. So like you said, DE and the devs, the writers, I mean, my hat's off to them, the way they weave myth, lore, legend, real, true science, theory, metaphysics, fable. You know what I'm saying? They don't skip a beat.
Yeah, the Jade Hate looks the best, Moai.
Yes, sir.
I can't say, screw the Orokin, without it actually having that second meaning now. What up? Long time no see, Tenno fam.
Right on, right on.
Cyberpunk slang.
Yo, Nesta, what's good, baby? Good to see you in chat. Yeah. I got a good crew, good crew of folks coming through today. That's nice. Let me check my time. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah, like I said, I mean...
Also, what you said about the screaming thing, Rose Eyes.
Yeah, Rose. Yeah, you get Mr. Blue. Get Mr. Blue Balls himself, Roth. But, you know, it's...
I will scream into the void, I swear.
I don't think it's a subtle coincidence, but it is pretty cool how he looks like Nightcrawler with the tail. It's nice that they kept him with the tail, though. That's what's up. And a lot of people I've seen in some of like the chats when I was doing my proto-frame shorts and stuff like that about the potential of them. A couple people talking about having a rhino proto-frame, and he better have some horns. A horn or horns, whatever. But yeah, if they come out with a rhino proto-frame, he better have some horns. What'd you say?
It's Naberus.
Nightcrawler is dope.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's badass.
That is, right?
Dude. Screaming her own name with a lisp. Well, that's when you know it's good. Get all tongue-tied. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, no, Nightcrawler's dope. Nightcrawler's dope. I like Nightcrawler's storyline in the comic book Excalibur. To quote, hey, yo, to quote my love for the Arthurian legend, but there was a comic book called Excalibur, and it was a group of mutants who came together. They're which is that one?
Those Gorks, Korop, Rats, Orokin.
Naberus is all
about
raising
yeah. But yeah, the comic book called Excalibur was really good. Like I said, they had a Cat in Britain guy who was kind of like a Superman of sorts. But Nightcrawler was part of this British band of mutants, and their group was called Excalibur. But yeah, he fell in love with the leader's girlfriend, who was this shapeshifter. She actually took the form of a female Nightcrawler one time, just vibing off of him. That was a good series. It's a nice little comic book series. But no, Nightcrawler's mad dope, mad powerful actually. And you know, he's like the son of Mystique. He's Mystique's son. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, like I said, Roth, it's gonna be badass. Look, like all of them. I mean, like I said, D don't skip a
Time for me
beat.
to finally rank up to max with Deimos.
Yeah, get it on. Get it on. Get it on. Deimos is worth it. You know what I'm saying? A lot to be had from the vendors. Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it.
Mystique and Azazel's son, right?
I believe so. I believe so, Nestor. Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. But yeah, Nightcrawler, like, they never really hit his potential. I mean, I haven't read, bear in mind, like, I was an old comic book fan, like, heavy into it. My mom's ex-boyfriend a long time ago. Like, I'm 51 now. This was back when I was 16. He hooked me up with all his old comic book shit. So I read, like, X-Men and all that stuff from the beginning, X Factor and shit. And then I had, like a $200 a week habit when it came to them comics, bro. I tell you, my collection was thick. And but then I kind of like dropped my comic booking, like maybe back in like 93, 94 or something like that. Yeah, but it was more like it was more like 93, I think it was. So but I keep tabs on the stories and what's up with it and all through the years. Definitely anime fan, animation movie fan of the X-Men and all that other type stuff, Marvel, DC. But yeah, I got into some of the, more obscure stuff from like Dark Horse. And, of course I got into all the Image shit. I was there when that first started, you know what I'm saying? Spawn, all that stuff. But, like, so yeah, I'm down with the comics for sure. And, it's cool. It's cool.
93. Damn.
Yeah, I know, right?
What's it gonna take for you to tell us another joke, guys?
You want another joke? Another joke. Let's see. I try to think. Can I tell you a joke? Trying to think. See, last time I was thinking about that, I was like, let me go ahead. I could probably tell you a funny story, but then frame it as if it's a conversation that happened between one of the.
Recovering from that bear one lom.
I can tell you a story, a real life. I can tell you a real life story, but change the names, some aspects of the elements of the story to fit it with Warframe, as if one of the Hex told my drifter some wild ass situation in their life. So I could do something like that, but I might have to start charging y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got them super chats, right? You know what I'm saying? Put a little something in the super chat. But yeah, I'll wet your whistle. It'd be nice if I appreciate the donation, but I'll let you whistle with a with a version of what I'm talking about, and I'll start charging later. But let me think, because I was thinking of a good thing. Let me think of a scenario. Because see, some of the stuff that I know that was happening in real life. Like I said, the joke's gonna be in the story. It'll be the storyline and the way it plays out, and the sort of situations and scenarios and events of the individuals. I'll go ahead and get this. And like I said, I'm a tied to Warframe and make it as if one of the Hex is telling the drifter.
It's a joke in the form of a story.
Right. So but it's based off of some real life stuff though, because I'm not that creative, believe it or not. But I can.
Bear joke, the sequel, Skull Eyes face with tears of joy.
I don't know if it's a sequel. Might be that dude going to the infirmary, getting his ass put back in. Anyway, so but no, let me think of a story while I'm looking at this stuff here, seeing something. Let's see how many points I got left.
Bear joke 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo, right. Oh, shit.
Skull face with tears of joy, face with tears
But see, you gotta be careful with them animal jokes, man. You don't want people to be thinking the wrong idea, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't trying to invite no bestiality type shits, but, but it's like I said, it's an old ass joke. It's old. I mean, you can ad lib on it and sort of have, your own version of things, you know what I mean? To it. But Let me think. Let me think. Real life story converted to that of the Hex. I need to start writing some story ideas down for this moment. Let me think. Cause see, like certain stuff I can talk about, like it's real mature and like into some wild shit, and like you gotta have a real strong open mind and not condemn on the point of some of the shit that I could probably talk about. But you know, and it's YouTube, so I gotta take care just to a varying degree. Damn, let me think. Cause certain stuff popping in my head, I'm like, nah, I can't talk about that.
Damn, I got Wadidja thinking, rolling on the floor laughing. Speaking of stories / jokes / the Hex, I wonder how the Lemure is gonna react to the new 3.
One Velamir.
Scuttle,
Yeah, I mean, how all of them gonna not react to new 3.
Whoa, gaga, I'm Hawaiian. A nun, a priest, and a devil walk into the bar. The hell was Entrati doing? The Lemure should start a ice cream business.
What was Entrati doing? Oh, that's good. That's good. You got any? What's the punchline to it? I like your creativity on that. Yeah, I mean, you probably starting something, Rose. Oh man, there's gonna be all kinds of jokes gonna be going on down about that one now. That we got a nun, a priest, and a devil walking in. That's great. That's great. Nun, the priest, and the devil. I don't know if you ever seen this movie called The Aristocrats. It was about comedians telling this comedian's joke, a joke that's typically only privately told between comedians, and basically they give
I need that sip, nun.
Their own versions of this outrageous story of, in their own way of like, how would you present the concept or your thoughts about what the aristocrats would be. And I mean, this movie was, you got to be on a mature level, bro, to listen to this movie, because I mean, the jokes were just off the chain.
My son asked me what dark humor was. I told him, see that man with no hands, tell him to clap. I've seen aristocrats rolling on the floor laughing.
Right, that's the right. Yeah, they used to have, like around the way, like the neighborhood type shit. They used to crack on each other with some terrible ass jokes. They'd be like, yeah, your mom ain't got no arms and legs, and they call them Matt.
I'm locked in and listening.
Like they used to have some real like dark humor, bad fucking jokes. But yeah, like for example, like the aristocrats had this one joke. I think
Son
I don't know.
Said, but Dad, I'm blind.
I think I
said
can
exactly.
right. I think I could maybe get away with telling this one. It's one of the comedians from the aristocrats, and we can add, we can add the Harrow, Wisp, and the Devil Frame to it. I think the way they told it, they were like, because this guy was like, okay, it's this supreme being thing talking to Harrow, the Wisp chick, and the Devil Frame, right? And like in their proto frame version, so Roth and whatever two chicks she's named. What are their names? I forgot their names. But either way, they're like, so.
I prefer my ribeye medium rare. I'm an aristocrat, Moai.
It depends on which version of the joke you talk about when it comes to saying that one. Let me look up their names so we can get this joke a little bit more polished. Let me see. Well, let's see. Wisp proto frame name. Let's see.
Naberus is
Make a joke so the Hawaiian laugh.
Bones and blood.
Okay, so Wisp proto frame is named Marie Leroux. French. Makes sense. Harrow proto frame name. Let's see. See, that don't sound nothing like no future name, Harrow or whatever. Okay, Harrow's name is Father Leon Allard. So, in this aristocrats slash Warframe slash Protoframe joke, we have Father Leon Allard as the priest. We have Marie LaRue.
Mary Maru, is that right?
Yeah, Mary LaRue as the as a, let's see me think. As a
When
holy
Otag was
sister, she's from a
Otag in his
different
own shell,
sect.
I used to
Okay,
put
she's
black
not
roses
of the
all
same
around his
religious
little
sect
skull.
as
Tried
the
that
father
with
Father
Lloyd, but
Leon
he
Allard.
wasn't
All right,
having
and then you
it.
have Roth, the heretic of Zata. All right, so you got this supreme being telling them like, look
How
here,
nice bullet.
like telling them, look here now, y'all got a choice between death or the aristocrats. And they're like, well, what's the aristocrats? And you're like, well, it's 100 men that are well hung, and they're going to come in and they're going to rape you. And so they're like, what? What's up, Troy Regan? So they're like, they're going to have sex with us, what?
Wait, what?
Right.
Rolling on the floor laughing.
And so they're like, so I get a choice between that and death. And so, good old Father Leon Allard's like, well, I'll take this question first. He's like, well, I'm a devout to my religion and my spirituality. So I know that I will go to the paradise that is there for me to be had. And so the divine spirit of sorts says, okay, well, death it is. And they kill little Father Leon Allard. Anyway, so they kill Mr. Father Leon Allard, and he goes to his heavenly abode, theoretically, as far as what he understands it to be. So then, Roth is like, well, he's like, well, I'll go ahead and step up on this. So, so Roth is like, well, well, I don't know. I mean, death is really kind of beyond my concept, as an Aura King, there's all kinds of other stuff that's worse than death.
Power the god?
Let the
It's
wedding
like,
night begin. Lift
you
the
believe in the
latch
higher
and
power
let
of God?
me in.
It's all about us. It's all throughout us. It's all throughout the universe, The original concepts of it and our understanding is that which had no name because there was no one to say said name. Either way, so Roth is like, well, death with aristocrats, well, I don't know about 100 well-hung men, so, well, but I do know this much, that there are worse things than death, because, we got Cephalon, we got, all kinds of hellish tortures that's being turned into glass. There's all kinds of whack stuff the Aura can come up with. What's up, John? Good to see you in chat. So, well, I'm not worried about death, so I'll choose death too. And so the Supreme Being's like, okay, death it is. And so Roth actually, despite the immortality of being a Warframe, has his eternal maker and, well, goes off to potentially, the existence of everything. Because I don't think Roth really believed in any kind of eternal life per se or eternal damnation. What's up? So, then comes our little sister, Marie LaRue. Now, LaRue
is just big buff men.
I'm a guru this year.
Marie LaRue is her sisterhood. They kind of have more of a kind of an aesthetic about existence. Like, well, there's not necessarily an eternal existence per se, and in life, it's the frame of mind that you have which can bear through one circumstance, and well, everything has a learning experience, and one can place themselves in an altered state of consciousness and be at one with their existence, however it may be. So the Supreme Being's like, Okay, so what's your choice? And she's like, I'll let you choose. So the Supreme Being's like, you gonna let me choose? Well, okay. First the aristocrats, then death. So that's a lot to follow, but yeah, so. But yeah, the original joke from the movie, The Aristocrats, involved a Buddhist, a priest, and a Jew. I think it was. So a Hebrew of sorts, you know. And essentially, that's kind of how their fates kind of got met with the person that was offering their choice between the aristocrats and death. So it's a bit mature, maybe not as funny as could be, but. It'll make you think, and by the time you get done, you're gonna be like, "Oh no, Marie, you should have chose. You should have chose."
My God.
Right? You should have chose, Marie. Oh my goodness. But yeah, in the original joke that was told the aristocrats, the Buddhist was like, you know, it doesn't matter. So the dude was like, well, first the aristocrats, then death. The first time I heard about the aristocrats was in Goodfellas, the movie Goodfellas. I'm not sure. There's been a couple of things out there called the Goodfellas. I don't think I have any more to spin. So yeah, hopefully the okay. Yeah, the connotations of that joke and the epithet of it wasn't too much for folks. It is a bit much.
I have officially become part of the family on Deimos. After all these years, I've finally gotten my name.
Congratulations. Don't forget you can heal the family too. There's little interactions you can have where you get to heal their relationships and some really cool stories and, you know, some dialogue that comes from that too.
Congrats. Now where's the beer? Hey, Wadidja, am I late, lol?
Felix Stragus, hey, better late than never. No, it's good to see you in chat. Yeah, I'm about to close out. Like I said, I was going to make tonight a little shorter. Life's roller coaster has been outrageous.
God would be good God as long if you don't eat octopus and crab. The beer is back in 1999, lol.
Now, I should. Well, Otis talks about the kabuchi. Otis talks about that kabuchi being a hell of a ride. So, you know, they have some something to sip on in the future too. But yeah, no, like I'm gonna write down some story ideas so I can be prepared. Humorous stories that I can intertwine with the Warframe myth and lore, and like I said, first thought that comes to mind that would be a really good exchange and present some probable stories that would work with the real life scenarios that I know that are hilarious. Would be 1999 and the Hex, and some, you know, just a role play of a chem chat that happened between, you know, one of the characters and the Drifter.
Now. Take care, all. Ty for letting me tag along.
Oh yeah.
But if you eat my crabs and octopus, you'll be sacrificed.
Oh, that sounds nasty. All right, Rose, I appreciate you coming through. Definitely enjoy your writings. Man, I put it up in chat last time. Let me put a little some let me pull up this real quick as a little show something real quick while I try to find some links. I'll put up there. John stopped through in chat. Want to put up John's channel. John's a nice broadcaster, really good material. Rose has some really excellent story ideas. Oh, really? Congrats.
Sometimes,
like I said, your writing, Rose, is really, really excellent.
In her bed and stare at her ceiling. Wish I got my notes open or and I am writing.
It's terrible. Let me see. Trying to navigate
Face
some
with
things.
tears of joy. Face with tears of joy. Woo, got 400 plat 'cause birthday money. You get my super?
Oh, you did? Thank you. Oh my goodness. No, I hadn't checked. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me, matter of fact, darn it, I needed to pull up.
For punishment, get eaten alive by infinite army of crabs for Intornte. My birthday is around the corner. Send help.
Oh wow, okay. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Well, it's your birthday somewhere in the universe. Point, place, and time is relative. Your birthday has already happened and is yet to happen. And it's happening.
Wadidja, can you tell Rose how I'm literally Batman? She doesn't believe me.
Oh really? Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Nile definitely embraces the theme of it all.
Rolo.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to multitask here. Darn it. Hang on. See, I'm gonna throw your a little link to your writings in chat as well, there, Rose, and I'm gonna throw up John's channel,
Batman,
YouTube channel.
I am a mirror.
As well. He produces some really
I
good
think Neo is
content.
Bruce Wayne. Never see them in the same place.
This is John's YouTube channel.
https://youtube.com/@johnboy. C equals 6B7We9G2ZFB911H. You gonna throw up? Don't do that, man. No. I'm the almighty Hawaiian god, I simp you.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, not Quentin, that whole that line about the don't eat my crabs and octopus. You gotta keep the right context in mind, because that sounded kind of nasty. I ain't nobody's crabs. Octopus. Whatever that is. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Let me pull up something. Pull up the art gallery while I'm
Felix face with tears of joy. Well, headed out. Hopefully I can catch more next time.
Yeah, man, I
on
look
the
forward
boat
to it
tonight.
too. Thank you for stopping through, Felix. Most definitely, most definitely. Let me pull up your link there, Rose, from your writings. So let's
See ya,
see.
Felix. Take care, Felix.
And Rose has a nice little channel too on YouTube where she throws up some nice content as well.
We are the gooder tonight.
Let's see, I'll do this, and I'll put up the other thing too. I thought, wait a minute, wasn't this a more? Trying to pull up that artwork. There we go.
76 time I'll play Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect is the bomb. It's the bomb. Yeah, so this is Rose's YouTube channel here. Trying to get something a little entertaining on the screen while I'm sorting through stuff.
https://youtube.com/@rosiedesi767. C equals HCLRU1EXB Kahia.
Yeah, good way to summarize yes. Warframe inspired stories. She
First
writes.
thing I'm gonna do when I get a new computer is stream the new war.
Oh yeah, of course. Please do. Are you in the process of getting a new computer now? I mean, because I remember you saying that it is something that you definitely want to get down with. All the best on that.
Or I'll be a freaky god. Looking into it, it's a mess of a hassle, but we are talking about it for my birthday.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hopefully everybody comes together for you on that. Hopefully they do. Let's see. Hey Rose, if you're still there, is everything on the same link? Or because I noticed you have several links, but is it to like the different stories? Were you able to do one big master link of all your stories?
Rose Desi's Warframe inspired stories https://arcs.works/works/WORKS/6402949/CHAPTERS/164180695. It should be.
Okay, cool.
Master link again. Give me a moment.
Well, put it up in Discord too, and then I think you're a moderator here. You can put it on you're a moderator. You can put it up in chat, but make sure it's up in the Warframe inspired on the Discord too. I thought that was it.
https://archeivieofourws/ers/rose_deci.
Okay, cool, great, thank you. And here is the Discord link for those that may want to come through and enjoy sharing all that we do think, do, and enjoy, and are inspired by.
That is the master link.
All right, awesome.
Wadidja enjoy Discord https://discord.gg/wssmydyqs.
I didn't realize this thing was scrolling forward on its own. That's good. So yeah, folks, check everybody out. Really good stuff. Like I said, Rose can capture the essence of the characters in Warframe and the characterizations in her writings beautifully. I mean, it's as if she's already, was always a writer for DE. It'd be wonderful if they catch wind of it. Are you going to submit any of this to DE or post a link for DE to recognize? I mean, I put links in the chat for submitting ideas to DE. I mean, you could write to DE specifically and give them a link to your work, submit some small portion of what you do and how, in a writing, as far as your writing of a particular character or scene, would be great. But yeah, I look forward to all your best there with all that.
Too, but at the same time,
Rose, I understand you may want to be a little humble, you're a little shy, a little embarrassed. I understand it, but let me tell you, seize the moment. You've already flushed out quite a bit. I mean, I haven't heard everybody's giving you nothing but praise. Even when I was reading some of the comments on their forum, like, people just sweating it. So, I mean, if you want to shop it out a little bit more to see what people do think, right. I mean, Oh, she's still cooking though. Now she already like the meal she already got, bro. It's already a banquet. I mean, she's still cooking, but that's the part of a chef. That's, you know what I'm saying, the kind of cooking she's doing. It'll be there, and I mean, yeah, it'll be time for it. But I mean, you know, some moments could slip past. You know what I'm saying?
Face with tears of joy.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Rose is always cooking.
Storyline and look into it, lol.
Yeah. I mean, really, it's good stuff. No bullshit. Like I said, I don't like to blow smoke up nobody's, you know, rear. It ain't, you know, saying I like to be truthful and honest and sincere. Yeah, no doubt. It's good stuff. Like I said, I mean, because DE, they, you know...
Someone else could forward it to say they stumbled across it, eyes JKJK.
No. Take credit for it. I mean, look what you did when you went out on TennoCon on the stage. I mean, you nailed it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I understand. I mean, life is about those jitters, but, you know, once we embrace them, it's a done deal, you know, and... The things that I've noticed that you've embraced that you may have been apprehensive about, it's only natural, right?
I'm still working on my ideas.
Well, Quentin, yeah, you've been working for a while. You know what I'm saying? But like, again, you could present a basic element of it, a synopsis of your point to let them know that this is an idea coming. And if they like some element of it,
and say that I found it on a suspicious website, eyes.
Well, yeah, I mean, but the thing is that bear in mind, Rose, like,
XD.
even if somebody else puts up, you know, your work for you, the credit's still gonna come back to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not out here going, oh, I'm the best, greatest that there is, and oh, look, you know what I'm saying, my shit don't stink. You know, it's nothing like that. It's just saying, I have an idea. It's the same. It's on the same level that you've presented it to
if you know, you know.
Discord. You know what I'm saying? It's same way on the level of what you're doing right now and how we're talking about it, right? There's nothing more than that. It's just saying, it's, you know, this is something I have, something I have, you know, enjoy.
I am tempted to reach out and be like, hey, make Rove's last name be DFE. Right. It's just too hard.
Right. Hey, hit him up. You know what I'm saying? Like, Steve said on I think it was a dev short, but he was like, there are no bad ideas. He said he can't remember an idea that they completely rejected. He says some ideas may take a little refinement. Some ideas may take some time to implement, you know, but they're open. I mean, even to criticism. Like, it's amazing their mentality about what they have to offer is beautiful. So, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Do it to it. You know what I'm saying? Make it happen. You know, you're humble enough about it, even in your apprehension. Nobody's thinking that, you know, it's not a thing of being grandiose. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a thing of being rejected either. You know what I'm saying? It's just hey, this is what it is. Well, you know, what do you think? I mean, they're not going to say no. Steve's already confirmed that. You know, now what capacity they may do or not do with it, who knows? I mean, they might turn it into an anime. They might make it into a comic book. They might make it into like, you know what? This would be a nice piece of fan fiction in the game, and excuse me, we could introduce it as if there are books or tablets or stories within the Warframe universe themselves. The game Stellar Blade did something like that. Like the main character came across his library, and you could find like these various different stories that detail certain things, you know, within the mythos and the universe that was created in the game. You could do something like that. I mean, you could propose the point to them. You know, like, hey, this might be great as an anime, one of your short comics.
Might even ask if they need monster noises.
Yes, exactly. See, both of us need to land that golden ticket. If you got that golden ticket, it's done. So your voice is already going to be automatically put in. But yeah, like I said, there's no limit to the point of what DE is willing to entertain, the thought of. And yes, your voice would be great vocals for one of the animals in one of these planets
next year for sure.
And bear in mind, we're going to the Tau system, so all elements of actually truly coming in contact with alien life is potentially possible for what we could experience in Warframe over the next decade. They said it's a new era, and a new era to me means a new decade of content. Because they look, though they've been around for 13 years, they look at it within the last 10 years as being like, a solid production of the game, right? So my thinking is that they have a 10-year plan ahead. I mean, most businesses, when they have a business model, they start out with 2 to 5 to 10 and then go on to like 15, 20 years. They tend to do it in 5-year increments. And DE's had enough history and enough credibility, and they're well established to say, hey, we're confident to go ahead and write the next 10 years in. So be a part of that 10 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like the expression says, there's no bad question. There's no bad ideas, especially as well polished as what you have to offer. You know what I'm saying? And Quentin as well. Like, you got a lot of good ideas, bro. I mean, it's ripe for the picking, especially considering that we're going to the Tau system. They already explained how what's his name? What's the Warframe's name that just came out? The half sentient Warframe. Shit, I'm having a brain fart. Bottom line is, they said that there are external threats that they were preparing themselves for to potentially deal with that weren't the sentients. All right, so yeah, it's on like Donkey Kong. So I'm looking forward to it. But definitely, that's the reason why I put in Caliban. Yeah, thank you, Rose. Caliban. So that's the reason why I always put in the chat, the description, the links for submitting ideas to DE. Because you can do it directly. Then there's like the Discords and what have you. And I mean, like, if you wanted to shop it around, like I said, I hit all three at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So you can get feedback on what's up. Because you're shopping it out to the public, they're going to give you some feedback about what it is, and it can generate aspects of hype towards your point. And I mean, if you can embrace the point of, critique, to me, in my opinion, it's only going to polish your ideas or let you know who might be really hating on it. But in the day's time, there's no such thing as bad publicity. You know what I'm saying? But, if you want to be more discreet about it, definitely directly submit it to DE, regardless. So, and, but yeah, if something wasn't cool, in my opinion, or was like, I'll let you know, on my opinion of it. But like I said, between Quentin and Rose, both of you have great ideas. Now, you even had some nice ideas, too, on a few things here and there. So, yeah, hit them up. I
haven't really been getting much feedback or critiques, so if I'm doing well or not.
Well, you have from me and Niall and a couple other people in Discord, and I mean, like, you mean as far as like on the forum that you've been posting it on?
I'm trying my hand at horror at the moment with Midnight Grin.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to catch up much more on the readings. I mean, I'm looking forward to it sincerely. Right now, for me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, people have already commented, so that maybe they're just thinking there's nothing much more to say. I don't know. But you could always put up a little note letting people know that you encourage them to make comments about how they feel about your writing, to get feedback. But yeah, definitely, like I said, life's roller coaster. Life's journey as a roller coaster is wild for me right now. So I've been dealing with something tremendous since February, and things are coming to a focal point. I don't know about an end necessarily. We'll see. And you know, there's a lot I need to get back to doing, and there's stuff I need to do after I get off this broadcast, and hopefully get enough sleep for tomorrow. If not, it's all
Make
good.
sure
I'll
to
catch
take
up.
care of yourself above it all.
Yes, without a doubt. I mean, you know, it's a must, you know, to do so. At the same time, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? We gotta do what we gotta do. So, nevertheless, though, like I said, it's been enjoyable. I mean, like I said, I'm doing my best, unless, like I said, I've only kind of missed out on one weekend for broadcasting when I was sick. But like I said, I'm at least trying to give an hour to two on Sunday. Yeah, I'm about to bounce too there, Rose. Yeah, definitely. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate everybody coming through as well. Thank you for the super chat. I'm trying to scroll to see if it actually shows. Oh yeah, there it is, Nestor, $2. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And so yeah, it's like I said, I do this every Sunday for at least an hour or two at a minimum. Time allowed and everything that's going on. But I mean, sincerely, probably until next month, it probably can't be at that minimum, because it's crunch time on a lot of stuff. Love the new operator. Yeah, yeah, the new gear on the operator is nice. It's nice. So hopefully it lets you all know I appreciate your time and that I love the engagement with you all, and it's a good refrain from the drama that's going on with my circumstances. And yeah. But yeah, it's really good to be able to take the time that I do with everyone. And but yeah, this is what I'm going to be rocking for my drifter, operator.
I ain't skipping your ads.
Appreciate it now. I'm rocking this when the old piece releases. Like I said, the best thing you can do is start lining up how you want everything to look on your drifter, on your operator for the old piece and the cinematic quest. And bear in mind, you're going to need to take a moment before you jump into that quest. Make sure everything's looking good with your visages and your skin tones and stuff, because they're reworking the operator and the drifter as far as how they look, to have them more in line with looking good like the proto frames. You know what I'm saying? Get that kind of level of surrealness or realness, shall we say, in game, because the operator drifter look a little plastic by comparison. But yeah, we'll get something good. I'm sure. I mean, the demo gameplay of the old piece look right, so I'm looking forward to it. And we've got the fun guy, the mushroom psychedelic trip coming soon. So yeah, we'll be enjoying the new content and the new Warframe as well. That's right around the corner. And got the new quest with Teshin.
Umbra needs to be able to move around the orbiter.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if you was around when I was doing my talks and my shorts on the potential of the proto frames. But yeah, of course, they need to be moving around. You know what I'm saying? All the proto frames do. That's why I feel like they need to have an optional quest where we go in and whatever we get out of it, if it's just completing it or if it's another segment we have to put in the ship or whatever. I just feel like there, when you equip a proto frame skin, in your arsenal, as soon as you equip that proto frame skin, similar to how you see toggle prime details, there should be another line here telling you to toggle autonomy. And no longer do you need to put a mod in for Umbra to turn off their autonomy. Just come here, toggle it on or off. Same thing when you click put on a Gemini skin, you have toggle autonomy on and off. But that is only available once you complete this optional side quest, so that people won't have so much of a bug up their ass about some kind of pay to win shit because your proto frame has autonomy, but you bought the proto frame skin. Like, what the fuck ever. That's already the situation. You play the game, you get Umbra for free. You go buy the Xcal, you buy Arthur's Gemini skin. What, I pay to win? Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so what I'm saying is, optional side quests for whenever you equip a Gemini skin, you have the autonomy, but also too, by default, whether you have a skin or not, if you equip Umbra, you come in and you can toggle his autonomy on and off versus wasting a fucking mod slot for that silly ass augment. But yeah, that's what's up. So yeah, now I'm with you at that on 100 on that, bro. Big time. That's a must. That's a must. Because it only makes sense. I mean, matter of fact, when you do the quest, right? That's the case. When you do, the Hex Quest, the Hex Quest, right? Your drifter come out that proto frame, he's still moving around. He's standing there like, what the fuck? Blinking and shit. So yeah, they need to make that a thing. Because it only keeps
skull face with tears of joy.
It only keeps your immersion in the game, right? And yeah, he needed to be walking around in the ship. He needed to be walking around in 1999, instead of standing there blinking. Like, what's wrong with you, bro? What's wrong with you? You okay? You okay? It's okay. You can walk around. So anyway, so yeah, hopefully they hook us up with something like that in the near future. As well as bring Hayden Tenno in the game, like I'm saying, be the only playable proto frame in our arsenal. So anyway, like I said, I got videos about all that, on the channel. Check it out. Let me see real quick. Check out my quarters.
Like bored, pissed, constipated at the same time.
Right. It's not right. It's not right. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. If I can find this link to... I have to pull up this way. Try to find a link to at least two of the things I was just talking about as far as the proto frames and everything. And like I said, Hayden Tenno. Like I said, when Steve lit up like a Christmas tree, man. When somebody mentioned it, when is Hayden Tenno gonna make a comeback? And it's like, I can see how they would say comeback because he was part of Dark Sector, the predecessor of Warframe. To me, it's a Hayden Tenno. When are you gonna make an introduction to Warframe? Because a lot of people don't look at the aspects of Dark Sector as canon, you know what I'm saying? Because certain things were changed a bit when it came to Warframe, but everything plug and plays perfectly with their introduction in 1999. So yes, the comeback / introduction to Hayden Tenno, to me, as some eternal proto frame in and of himself, and he mastered the ways of controlling void energy, inscribed some shit in the proto armor. Margulis finds that shit. Oh shit, I can help the children of Zariman control their abilities. Like, to me, it's just so much ties in. And then the children of Zariman, they call themselves Tenno because of the Tenno way. The predecessor to the Tenno ways was in the armor that Margulis helped them understand their abilities, so they call themselves Tenno. Freaking Orican act like a bunch of bitches and going to call them 10 nothings and 10 zeros. Get the designation to Zariman as the Zariman 10-0. Like saying, give all kinds of credence to why you see in the old piece, Adis this little punk ass how about 10 no. TEN-no. If you read the subtitles, that's exactly what he called the operator. He wasn't calling him a Tenno. He wasn't no proper TEN and oh no, it was 10 no, like 10 nothing. It's an Adis know what the fuck's up. You like, nah, I ain't surprised the fact that we're at war. And I mean, how many of my brethren and sistren and my sentient chin-chins, relatives you done killed? You silly bastard, you high off of your own supply. Like, isn't that what Victor say in the Skuldra? Like, they're high off their own supply. That's just hilarious. But yeah. So like this link right here, just to save time, will bring you into the introduction of my my talks and my clips, my shorts on the whole proto frame concept and not letting that go to waste. This is there's that one.
Frame Potential Part 1 of 4 Autonomy and More Protoframes Warframe 1999 https://youtube.com/short/oppo4x_njink feature equals share.
And here's another one. Like I said, if DE opens up the Tenogen skins to the Protoframe skins to the Tenogen.
Protoframe skins plus Tenogen equals infinity $ banknote cow face undercutter Nakana skin by Felix Leonhardt Warframe at /youtube.com/short/n_ju9 kale gag feature equals sh.
It's gonna be off the chain. And let me see. Yeah, and this is the one that the video I put together talking about Hayden Tenno coming back to the game, and made mad mention about Steve. Looking forward to that and everything, and just my ideas about it.
Hayden Tenno commentary special. Please add Hayden to Warframe folded hands, and here are suggestions: beaming face with smiling eyes, 4-leaf clover, https://youtube.com/live/rtdpb071vzg FEATU.
So yeah, definitely check them out. A lot of good stuff on the channel, and looking forward to next Sunday as we do part 3 of Knights of Naberus. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong too. But yeah, like I said, it's been very enjoyable, and I'm really glad everybody stopped through. Like I said, what did you do? What did you think? What did you enjoy? It's really wonderful to share it, for sure. So I'll go ahead and take it to the profile screen, do my little revolve around, and close it out. And again, thank you all for viewing. Take care and enjoy.
Thank you for viewing.
And you know what? I forgot that I had Necros up for the event. I'm gonna put them back on for the revolve. In this outfit. There we go.